Scene 6. Time, 10 years later. Place, a classroom in an elementary school. The room is filled with children. It is a 5th grade class. On stage is a man and 2 children, a boy and a girl. The man's name is Vernon Carpoli. His official title is Brain Saver. Vernon is standing at the head of the room that is filled with children. The boy's name is Jimmy, and the girl's name is Janie. Both are 10 years old. Hanging from the wall in the front of the classroom is a large photograph of Aragon, who is still President of the United States.
Before we begin our lesson, let's all stand up and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to President Aragon and to his lovely wife Katie, and to all the people in our great nation who love us and keep us smart.
Excellent. Now let's go over what we learned yesterday in class. Jimmy, 1 and 1 equals what?
3.
Very good. Now Janie, is the earth round or flat?
Flat.
Very good. Oh, such a smart class. Now, Jimmy, where do babies come from?
Storks.
Wow, all you kids are so bright. Now, Janie, which is bigger, 0 or 1 million?
0.
Oh, Jimmy, what's better, democracy or dictatorship?
Dictatorship.
And why is dictatorship better, Janie?
Because elections are rigged.
Correct. Is fire hot or cold?
Cold.
Why not hot?
Because we only think it's hot.
Janie, are schools bad?
Yes.
Why?
Because teachers lie.
Do I lie?
No.
And why don't I lie?
Because you're not a teacher.
I know I'm not a teacher.
Because you tell the
But
truth.
how do you know that I tell the truth?
Because you know that 1 and 1 is 3.
And why do I know that 1 and 1 is 3?
Because you're smart.
And what makes you think I'm so smart?
Because President Olivarsky says so. And he's the smartest person in the world.
Right again! You are the smartest students I've ever taught. You know, kids, there was a time, in fact only a few years before the stork delivered you to your homes, when everyone was taught that 1 plus 1 was 2, that the earth was round, that babies came from something called sex, that humans evolved from apes, that the universe was billions of years old, that fire is hot, that war is bad, and that 0 meant nothing. All lies. A product of the vast conspiracy concocted by the snotty know-it-alls. You know who I mean. The pundits, professors, and all the other fraudmongers perched in their ivory towers, who, protected by their corrupt political cronies, spewed out misinformation, half-truths, and outright lies in order to keep the people stupid and stop them from thinking for themselves. But all this changed when our great liberator, President Aragon Olivarsky, took office. He broke the power of the pseudo-intellectual elite once and for all. Their self-righteous pontificating is now a thing of the past, and the veil of stupidity is gone forever. Because of President Olivarsky, today America is again the smartest country in the world. And we're going to keep it that way. Right?
Right.
Good. Now for your next homework assignment. I want you to write 2 compositions. First, a 100-word composition on why a straight line really is curved, and a second, a 100-word composition on why breathing isn't necessary to live. My use of the word "to" means just that, 2. Both assignments are due tomorrow. And for extra credit, I will ask one of you to show the class what happens when you stop breathing. That should be a lot of fun. See you tomorrow. That is, presuming that tomorrow really isn't now. Any questions?
How do we know that when you say 2 compositions, you really mean 2 compositions?
Well, I can't answer that. You have to decide for yourself. Remember, truth is relative, and all reason confusion. And out of confusion comes knowledge, which no one owns except you. So when I ask for 2 compositions, do not take me at my word, for my words are empty. As President Erdogan says, believe not what others spout, for it is nothing but noise meaning to distract, frustrate, and confuse. For it is by filling us with pronouncements of the evil ones who covet power, destroy our brain cells, and render us powerless.
Wow, are you smart? When I grow up, I want to be smart, just like you.
And so you will. I could be more proud of all of you. In the old days, before our leader took charge and liberated people from the pseudo-intellectual muck that kept us at bondage, we were taught to assume that everything we were taught was correct. We were taught to have faith in those who claim to be dispensers of truth. But what they really were dispensing were lies. The history, science, art, mathematics, physics, literature, and religion we were taught were nothing but lies carefully packaged to look and sound like the truth. But it was their truth, not ours. Darwin, Einstein, Pasteur, Kepler, Freud, frauds. Evolution? We came from apes? Darwin must have been seasick. Energy from rocks? Einstein was dreaming. Germs cause disease? Pasteur must have been drunk. Kepler? Even a fool can see that the sun orbits the earth. Freud? A mother-hating pervert. They taught us junk. Now we know better.
Down with the elite!
They're gone! But the stain of deceit that they left remains. It will take years, maybe centuries, before it's completely eradicated. Then everyone will be smart, and the forces of stupidity gone forever.
I want to be smart forever.
Well, then assume nothing. Doubt everything. Think illogically. For there's no one correct way to think. There was a time when we were taught that there was only one pathway to understanding. If A, then B. If B, then C. If C, then D. So on and so forth. If democracy, then liberty. If liberty, then democracy. If reason, then knowledge. If knowledge, then reason. Their goal was to brainwash us into believing that we were smart, when what they were actually doing was making us stupid by filling our brains with lies. The biggest lie would just get us to believe that all knowledge is based on empirical evidence. How they bandied that term around, threw it in everybody's faces. Then the creative thinkers at Radbourne State School show that empiricism is a monstrous fraud, that all research is rigged, and that our scientific method is a joke, that 1 + 1 can equal 3, 10, a million, or anything we want.
Down with empiricism!
Good! You have learned your lessons well. Now, before you leave, let's recite the catechisms according to Erdogan.
Erdogan says,
Up is down and down is up. Square is round and round is square. Straight is curved and curved is straight. Smart is stupid and stupid is smart. Bad is good and good is bad. In is out and out is in. Young is old and old is young. Past is present and present is past. Sharp is dull and dull is sharp. Rich is poor and poor is rich. Boys are girls and girls are boys. Lies are truth and truth are lies. Good is bad and bad is good. Fast is slow and slow is fast. Mine is yours and yours is mine. Black is white and white is black.
Freedom is slavery and slavery is freedom. Love is hate and hate is love. High is low and low is high. Difference is sameness and sameness is difference. Small is large and large is small. Democracy is dictatorship and dictatorship is democracy. Majority is minority and minority is majority. Opinions are facts and facts are opinions. History is myth and myth is history. Music is noise and noise is music. Fake is real and real is fake. Finite is infinite and infinite is finite. Forever is now and now is forever. Friends are enemies and enemies are friends. War is peace and peace is war. And anyone who believes differently is a fool, a freak, and a elitist, and my enemy.
Nobody can tell us anything.
Let them try. I'll let them have it.
Lies, lies, everything lies. 1 + 1 is 3 and not 2. The snobby know-it-alls just want us to think it's 2, so we'll think like them.
They're just a bunch of nasty, stuck-up know-it-alls. Isn't that right, Mr. Vernon?
You bet they are. And even worse, they even want you to think that they're smart. But enough of this talk. Go home. Trust no one. And do your homework. Tomorrow should be a very exciting day.
The end.